Welcome to Food.
Hello guys, welcome to my channel again. I'll be sharing with you guys my perfect pillow donuts recipe. So let's get started. We have sugar, butter, eggs, yeast, and flour, nutmeg. So in this bowl I've added the sugar. I'm adding my yeast to it, and after that I'm going to add salt and the rest of the dry ingredient before going with the wet ingredient. Now in this recipe I am not going to be using water. I'm going to use milk instead of water. I'm going to replace water with milk. So I've added the yeast. Now I'm just going to stir together, because yeast and salt are not friends, they are not pals. So I'll make sure to mix my yeast properly before adding my salt. So I've added the salt. I'm going to mix again properly before going in with my wet ingredients. Now here I'm going to add one other dry ingredient, which is our nutmeg. If you have fresh nutmeg seed at home, you can use that instead of using the powdered nutmeg. But I just have this, that's why I'm using this. But I've noticed that the fresh nutmeg is more concentrated than the powdered, so you can use the fresh so you can get that nutmeg feeling in it. So all the measurements will be in the description box. You can check it for all the details you need. I've added my flavors. I'm using vanilla flavor, but you can use any flavor of your choice. So I'm mixing together. So I've started to introduce the liquid ingredients, like I said. So starting with the flavor, I'm going to mix it to incorporate together properly. Then I'm going to add the next thing. Now the next one we are adding is our eggs, I guess. Yes, I'm making a well at the center of the bowl. I'm going to pour the eggs and I'm going to fold in together with the flour. I'll fold in together properly to make sure that both incorporate properly, both the flour and the eggs. So you're going to have a crumbly feel, like as if you've added butter to it. You're going to have this crumbly feel. Then at this point I'm going to add my milk. Like I said earlier, I'm using milk instead of water for this recipe. Now if you're going to sell this and you don't want to have more profit, I would advise you use water instead of milk. The recipe is perfect, the ingredients combination is perfect. You don't need to do too much. I'm just doing this for my consumption. Now the water, you do not need to pour it at once. You need to do it gradually, be it water or milk. You need to pour it maybe twice or thrice. Do not be tempted to add more water or more milk to this recipe, because it will still definitely come together. So if you add water or you add more milk to it, it is going to be watery. So you can see that it has come together at this point. Now we are going to turn it over to our work surface, flour our work surface, and start to knead. So like I said, if you're new to this channel, please feel free to subscribe for me. It is very important. I really love it to see when the channel is growing. Thank you so much to our old subscribers. We really appreciate you. Thank you so much for always coming back to see what we do here. And to our new subscribers too, thank you so much. So you can watch the way I am kneading. Please, I want you to take note of how I am kneading. There are two types here. After rolling up, I did another one after some few minutes. So I want you guys to pay attention. If this is your first time watching a pillow donut recipe, or you've been doing pillow donuts and you've not been getting the results you want, I want you to pay more attention on the kneading. It comes from the kneading. If you're not getting anything right in your pillow donut, then it is from your kneading. So I want you to pay more attention to how I am kneading. I knead for 45 minutes. Yes, I did it for 45 minutes. So you're going to knead for 45 minutes. Make sure you flour your surface before kneading, because you're going to have a sticky dough if you do not. Now at this point you can see it is yeah, this is what I wanted to show you guys. At this point, I am eating and kneading. I am beating it on my surface and I am kneading. So I want you guys to take note of this. I did this after 25 minutes. I started beating on my work surface and kneading at the same time. So this will help release the air in the dough so that you can have enough time to knead. If you are kneading without beating it, it is not going to come out perfect. Now at this is me checking if my dough is all right. This is what we call window check. Your dough is going to be transparent at the other end, but for me in this video, mine was already tearing. When you're doing yours, it will not tear. Like, you have to make sure that it doesn't tear at all. That is when you know if your dough is ready. If it tears, if you're trying to spread it and it tears at any point, then you need to work more on your dough. So this is me working more on my dough to make sure I get the perfect dough I want for my donut. So after kneading properly, I'm going to roll it and place it back into my bowl and leave it to rise for another 40 minutes. So it is going to rise for 40 minutes, 35 to 40 minutes though. So I'm putting it into the bowl right now, and this is it after 30 minutes. So this is it after 30 minutes. You can see it has doubled in size and it is well risen. So now I'm going to divide it. Now do not be tempted to puff out the hair, just divide. I'm dividing into different sizes, and I'm still going to measure those sizes to what I want. Pillow donuts must be equal, and the only way we get those equal sizes are by measuring. We measure the dough. So I'm going to use 100 grams for this dough, but if you're going to sell yours, I would advise you use between 65 to 75 grams. Now during the period of forwarding my video, I skipped a part, and that part was the butter. Now after kneading for about 10 minutes, you apply the butter on the dough and knead together with your butter. Yes, during the period of editing, I actually skipped that part. I deleted it, and it was painful because I need to. It's a necessary part of this video. So please, when you are kneading yours, kindly after kneading for about 10 minutes, apply the butter on the dough. After kneading for 10 minutes, then continue kneading again with the butter on it. You do not apply the butter into your flour. You knead the butter on your dough when making pillow donut. So this is how to roll to get that ball shape. This is me cutting out my parchment paper for my tray. So I guess you guys will be hearing some background voice. That's my baby disturbing as usual. So to get the perfect closing for your donuts, apply butter on your work surface and roll. If you do not do this, you will end up having one side smooth, the other side rough for your donuts. Once you place it into your hot oil, the other side is going to open up because it is not well sealed. So the only way to seal it is by applying some butter on your work surface and rolling your dough on it to get the perfect ball shape. So that is all about this donut recipe. I'm going to drop the frying techniques in another video. I don't want the video to be too lengthy, so I'm going to drop the frying techniques in another video. So please, I want you guys to make sure you follow my procedures. Whatever I am doing here, if you have any questions and you don't understand anything, feel free to drop it in the comment section and I will definitely answer your questions. If you're confused, if there's anything you do not understand, drop your questions and I will answer them for you. Thank you so much. If you've watched this to this extent, I really love you. Thank you so much. And if you've watched and you've learned something, please give me a thumbs up. You can like and share this video for others to have access to. Thank you so much.